Hello everyone, this is Sean and I'm going to be doing a basic Unity tutorial. So the topics I'm going to go over in this episode are game objects. So before we do that, I'm going to make a new project that's going to be for this tutorial. So I like to use Unity Hub. It's a great you can get it off the Unity website, download page, and it basically keeps track on all your projects and stuff. So this tutorial is a project that it's in a 3D, but I'm going to show you how to make it. So first, make sure you always name your stuff. Tutorial. It is so hard to find what you want when nothing's named properly. So make sure you do that. I'm going to be using this version of Unity because I like it and it's preferred, quote unquote, preferred. And yeah, let's get into it. Tutorial. So the process of loading a project may take a while, but it's fine, depending on your computer and everything. Okay, I'm back. So my project didn't take that long to load, but if you're creating a new project, it could take a pretty long time, again, depending on your computer. So, alright, so I'm going to be talking about what these three things are. So, okay, so firstly, this is the hierarchy. This basically is all your game objects in the scene, like cubes, spheres, which are 3D objects, and empties, which are game objects. So, this is basically the assets. This stores all your stuff. Excuse these, I'm actually gonna delete these real quick. I'm gonna be showing how to make these. This basically stores all your assets, like materials, game objects, and all that good stuff. So, for now, I'm gonna be making an object. So, let's make a cube. Okay, so this cube is a game object. Pretty cool. A game object has lots of properties. For example, the position, X, Y, Z. Oh, I have to mention. This is basically what view, see, it says left, so you're viewing this object from the global left side. Because there's a global axis, and then there's the local axis of the object. Yeah, we'll get into more of that later, but yeah. So this is basically, I like to use the orthographic modes, and if you click the middle, you see if I click the middle, orthographic, perspective, pretty cool. So I'm going to be staying at the front for now. Okay, so this is the mesh filter. The mesh filter basically chooses what mesh is on this object. For example, if I make this a sphere, it'll become a sphere mesh. It's basically just a graphic of the object. This is the mesh renderer. The mesh renderer, okay, this is, it basically, it sets the materials and a bunch of other settings. I still don't know what most of these do, but I know this one is the material that is applied to your object, and this is if your object can receive shadows. Haven't tested it yet, but okay. So this is a box collider. So colliders are used to run physics, detect collisions, and all that stuff. So I'm gonna actually be adding a component. So there's many components in Unity, like you see this giant list, right? These are actually just categories. But I'm going to be using rigid body. And rigid body 2D is for 2D, but since I'm using the 3D engine, rigid body 3D is going to help me a lot. So rigid body 3D is basically physics. It lets your object react with other objects. And that's pretty cool. So let's say I have a plane, right? So this plane, I'm going to be putting another box collider on this. So a box collider, this has a collider, this has a collider, and this guy has a rigid body that has gravity enabled. So let's see what our game vision looks like. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to move the camera. So the camera, you see, basically this triangle area is what it's recording. So if I go like this, I can get a better view on the cube. Yeah. So just go like this. There. Perfect. Ish. So let's say if I play this, like this. See? The cube reacts with the plane because it has a box collider and a rigid body, which means that it's gravity. See, if I lift it up again, I won't do anything, but like, yeah. And see, look, if I rotate it, it's gonna like bounce a bit. Okay, cool. So if I disable gravity, gravity basically means is your object affected by gravity, which if it's disabled in the game view, this is a game view, by the way. This is basically what's going to be happening in your game. So if I turn gravity on, it falls. Cool. Pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to be going over a few different things. So plane, cube, cool. Let's go over materials. So materials are, so I'm going to be making folders for a lot of these categories because I usually don't make them, but since I want the tutorial to be organized. Perfect. Alright. So I'm going to be making materials. So this material, what do you want the color of the cube to be? I don't know. Let's make it blue. Why not? So blue. Let's say you had a blue material. So I can go more in depth of meshes and how to create meshes and how to set different colors and stuff to different areas of meshes. But for this tutorial, I'm going to keep it nice and simple and just give it like an okay blue color, I guess. Yeah, this looks nice, right? Yeah, that looks good. So, you see, mesh renderer, I can set the default material from default material or the element 0 material to blue, and now it's blue. How cool is that? Okay, so let's go into some other cool stuff. For example, here's some basic settings. Is active. It basically means first of all, it controls if it can be rendered or not, obviously, but also it controls can this react with the environment? Will the environment react to this? Like, for example, if I have 2 cubes, right? Say I add another cube. Let's say I play this real quick, right? So if I add 2 cubes like this, you see they're stacking, but as soon as I remove this cube, it doesn't react with the environment. Oh, there it is again. But you see what I mean? If your cube is not active, it won't react with the environment. Yeah, you saw it already, so that's good. And yeah, that basically is done for that. So that's it for episode 1.